Russ Symes here, serial entrepreneur and passive income junkie. I own income streams ranging in e-commerce, healthcare clinic, and now crypto mining, specifically Helium crypto mining. I have a company called JCR's Communications where we go and set up these helium miners as a business and therefore earn passive income. Now I'm here today with Josh Meadows, head of operations for JCR's Communications, and we're just going to talk today about helium mining as a business, what it requires, how profitable is it, and so on. So basically what we do here at JCR's Communications is we find people that will allow us to place the hotspots in their home. Generally, we try to get it at minimum 36 months, and we set them up in a contract. If they break the contract for any reason, if they take the miner off their roof for any reason, they get charged what we would generally profit off of that 36 months as a result of them breaching the contract. And generally what we try to do is we try to talk them into letting us put the antenna as high as we possibly can. Most people just don't like, a 30-foot pole sticking up out of their roof, but we have had a few clients that will allow us to do that. And we generally split the rewards with them 50-50. And that's what we do as a business. Josh here he's the guy that's actually boots on the ground that pretty much goes and sets these things up. He works with different contractors. And how many installs are we getting a week right now?
Right now, typically we're getting inquiries for way more than what we're doing, but typically we're trying to get up multiple double-digit installs a week. So we're trying to cross the threshold of at least 10 a week if we possibly can.
And this is February 2022. So tell them how come we don't basically take every person that wants to sign up.
Okay, so again, as I mentioned about the inquiries, honestly, we get messages and DMs every single day for people looking to helium mine. And well, with the way we operate at this company is we don't actually just give everybody the answer they want to hear sometimes. Sometimes we'll tell them the unpopular answer. And with that being said, though, we'll tell them the truth that it's okay. You can still find places to helium mine. There's never not enough places to helium mine. You just got to get creative and you got to go out there and look.
We probably accept about maybe 10% of the inquiries because what we do is we do an analysis on their property. A lot of people will be in an area here in Tacoma, Washington, where the transmit scale will be below 0.8. We look for 0.8. The general rule is 0.7, but we like to go for 0.8 above for transmit scale in a certain area. So they'll either lack the transmit scale, they'll be located in a valley of sorts here in the city where the topography is surrounded by hills where with that signal, or we'll have to place such a high antenna on like 100 meters up for it to get over the hills around them. The topography of Tacoma, Washington is kind of crappy for helium mining, to be honest. Like if you're out in an area with a completely flat topography like Las Vegas, New Orleans, a lot of places in the United States, most of the places in the United States are flat. Midwest, you're great. You're great for helium mining. You don't really have to worry too much about getting that thing way high up in the air. But here has become an issue, and due to that, a lot of people don't want us to put 30-foot poles out the roof, so therefore they're denied as an applicant into our program. But the people that we do accept, we're looking to get around 2 to 2.5 above network average. That is our minimum. And if we can't achieve that, then we don't sign up with, or we don't allow them to sign up. We really do say no to a lot of people. But as helium mining as a business, I look for a 10% cash on cash return when investing in real estate. So to put that into perspective, I put $100,000 into real estate. I only make $10,000 a year. So, if you look at helium mining, if I spend $1,000 on a deployment and I only make $100 a month, I'm still earning 120% cash on cash return on my investment, which is huge. So just to put that into perspective for you, as a passive income junkie, passive income investor, helium mining is absolutely great for me. It's wonderful. I love it. And if you're a passive income investor too, I don't think you're going to see returns better than 120%. So what are some of the biggest problems that you see when see Josh here when he goes into a person's house? A lot of people don't want him in their home too long, so he has to make these deployments pretty fast. What are some tips and tricks that you do so that you can get in and out of a person's house?
I'm glad you asked me that, Russ. So I was actually going to bring up that point before you asked me this because, there's a lot of things I see in homes. There's a lot of things I deal with people in homes too. Like you said, people don't want you there a lot. They're a little bit confused on what's going on with this box. What is it doing? Why are you plugging into my internet? Why do you need my ISP internet provider's information? Why do you need to log in? And so it's really nice when you get there to the customer to have some sort of pamphlet, some sort of handout, or some sort of, breakdown of what you're doing, and giving an example of why and what's happening with what's going on in their home is the best way to do it, is really make the customer feel comfortable and understanding what's happening with them. And when you can go ahead and do that, make the customer feel comfortable, then you can start to work on your installation. And when I've gone into homes, the things that I've run into as far as installations that have been problems is when you get to a home, you might find a place that looks like a great location to install a miner, but it's way too far away from the router, and you get caught up in a position where do I have to run cord throughout the entire house, or what am I going to do?
People having multiple routers in their home. We've run into that. Someone showing us a defunctional router.
Sure.
We go ahead, and we learned this early on. We've set up a Helium miner connected to a router that didn't work, only to find out that wasn't actually the router that worked. So that's another problem. People having routers and they're in their top floor in the middle of the home, which is almost impossible. Like, where are we going to run the wire? You know what I mean? It becomes really an issue. And at that point, we actually deny an installation just based on the router's location in a person's home.
Yes.
And another thing that we found out too is right when we get to a location, we like to get the miner plugged in, port open, and get it syncing into the network. And then we'll go ahead and work on the installation. Once we get the mount up on the roof and everything, we'll then plug it into power over Ethernet and get it connected. But the first thing that we do when we get into a person's home is get it connected, get the port open, get the port forwarded, and get it syncing, just so that we know that there's a solid connection. Because before, earlier in our days, we would actually get the thing mounted first, then plug it in, only to have to troubleshoot a million issues and have to keep climbing up and down the roof to troubleshoot the issue, to hit the Bluetooth button, which now we've learned, get the thing connected, get the hotspot miner connected to the network, get it syncing, and then put it up.
Absolutely.
If you guys have any other questions, comment section. We do commercial installs as a business. This is what we do in Helium Mining. Therefore, we see tons of problems. We almost probably he's probably the most experienced guy out here. I'm not going to say that. There's obviously guys who do this as a business as well, but he's definitely an expert in the field, just basically being out there, seeing almost every problem, working at customers' homes and so on. So get in the comment section, ask us. See what do you guys want to know? What questions do you have? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Sadly, the average person in 2022 is not simply earning worthwhile earnings from Helium Mining. And why is that? A lack of education. Now, the best side hustle or business opportunity in 2022 is Helium Mining. And since I've owned a company called JCRS Communications, where we go around deploying helium miners as a business, I've literally learned everything there is to know about helium mining. And I'm bringing these tips and tricks to you in my free course. This course will not be free forever. As more people sign up and as I get more feedback on the course and I perfect it, I'm going to start charging for it. But right now, use this opportunity in the link below, comment section, to get this free course and learn how you too can earn passive income through the best business opportunity of 2022, helium mining.